Hello everyone, I'm the Mighty Blues, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we awoke somewhere. We awoke on the Great Plateau, nothing but a shirt and a pair of pants, and we have begun our adventure. We encountered an old man who told us that if we want to get off this plateau, we need to get the paraglider. He's willing to give us his paraglider, but we need to collect some treasure from these weird shrines that have appeared after we activated this tower. We have located the remaining 3 shrines that we need to do after completing the first one. Sorry, I choked on my spit. I ate a cookie in between episodes and I think a piece of the cookie got in my throat and the saliva messed with it. And then I coughed. Anyway, in this episode, we have located the remaining 3 shrines on the Great Plateau, and we're going to be heading on over there. Now, at this point, we have full control over where we want to head to. We can go essentially wherever we want. Now, I mentioned in the previous episode that I will also be taking advantage of the Zelda notes, which are a part of the Nintendo Switch app. And I will be determining when I start collecting, collectibles, based on when collectibles are accessible on the Zelda Notes map. Pulling up the map as of now, yeah, it's still not showing anything. We are still blind as a bat. So, I see no other thing to do than to head to the shrines, collect the treasure, and get the paraglider from the old man. Because something tells me once we get off the Great Plateau, our adventure will really begin. Now, to those of you just joining in who may have not watched the last episode, which, honestly, I kind of doubt that's anyone, considering that most people tend to watch the first episode of a Let's Play and then never watch that Let's Play ever again. If you... Never mind! New enemy! This is a Stalfos! Once nighttime appears, Stalfoses will randomly spawn. This one dropped a Traveler's Spear. A spear used mainly by travelers to fend off wolves and other beasts. It's easy to hold and simple to use. New weapon type. We got some Bokoblin fangs, and we also got a new item. The Bokoblin arm. A skeletal arm that keeps moving even after it's severed from its body. It's kind of gross to strap it to your back, but it'll do in a pinch. It's old and fragile, so it's quick to break. I actually want to share something really funny. If you sheathe the book of that Stalfos arm, it looks like it's trying to grab Link's butt. I mean, you do you, boo. I'm not really into twinks. But, the new weapon, the spear. It is a 2-handed weapon, but it is much faster than the axe. It also has range. Now one thing I did want to talk about before I was so rudely interrupted. For those of you who did not join in the last episode, we are going to be playing through Master Mode during our entire adventure. One thing that I really don't like about Master Mode, that unfortunately I am just stuck with, you see that little Triforce on the bottom left corner? Yeah, that Triforce shows that I am playing on Master Mode, and it is going to be there during the entire playthrough. I apologize. Now, we've already made it to the next... Oh, come on, Gabe! That's so rude! You did not just do that! Hang on, I have to see now. Can I even see it? I can't see where it landed. Okay, so, bit of some context. What you just saw in the background was a shooting star. While traveling at night, there is a chance that you will be able to find a shooting star. If you go to its location, it gives you one of the best items in the entire game, and a really, really crucial one. It's a really good item, and I am going to be hunting for them. So that right there is a guardian! Yeah, not all of them are dead. Some of them are alive, and if they see you, they will lock onto you. They will shoot a massive laser, so, be warned. They give you a lot of time to dodge out of the way because, you know, it takes quite a bit of time to lock on. But one thing I want to show off, if you hold your shield and press the A button, you are able to deflect. if you deflect at just the right moment, you can parry attacks as well as laser beams. So I'm gonna try it. I forgot you! Okay, so, fun fact, something that changes between, standard mode and master mode is, the Guardians can fake you out. I'm not joking. But one thing that is cool is you are able to attack the Guardians if they don't notice you, but they will start randomly shooting if you do attack them, so be warned. Ah! Oh, no! Okay, that's not good. That's not good. I tried. Yeah, I tried to parry that, and it immediately broke my shield. So, yeah, no, I'm just gonna not. Okay, well, yeah, I'm a ballsy bitch. I had to do it. I had to try, okay? I had to try. Like, get up! Ha! You can't kill me. Oh, come on. Ooh, hang on. This one has a shield. Now, the nice thing about Stalfos is they do die in one hit, and early game, they're really good enemies to deal with because they just give you a ton of resources, so you can take advantage of that. I have another shield. Fuck it! I told you all, I'm a ballsy bitch. I'm gonna do it. I am going to get that parry. I don't care if I burn all of my shields. Come at me, asswipe! I can handle this! Ah! Okay! No, can't handle it! Alright, I'm out! I will get it at some point. But hey, look at that! If you purchase the DLC, there is yet another EX chest up here. And this one's a fun one. I really like this one. For this, we get a Nintendo Switch shirt. The expansion pass bonus. A shirt with the Nintendo Switch logo on it. It's a rather rare find, so wear it with pride. Listen, man, I'm not gonna wear this with pride. It's not a pride flag, okay? The only time I wear it with pride is if I wear it with a pride flag. Man, it is a crime that I do not have any sort of clothing that has a trans flag on it. It is actually a crime. The only, like, trans memorabilia I've ever had is, I had, like, a pin that was a Pokeball. It was like a perler pin that was a Pokeball that had the trans flag on it. But, I wore it on my bag once, and then it broke off, and I lost it. Made me kind of sad. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Baij. In the name of the goddess Hyrule, I offer this trial. Don't get used to me showing off those cutscenes. I'm gonna be skipping most of them, because you're gonna see them a lot. The remote bomb! Yes! Finally! The force of the blast can be used to damage monsters or destroy objects. There are both round and cube bombs, so use whichever best fits the situation. Remember when I said in the last episode that I like to burn things? I also love to blow up things! This is one of my favorite rooms in the entire game. Now, as the game mentions, we have 2 bombs. We also have Amiibo. Don't worry, we're not going to be using that until later. Depending on the situation, round bombs or square bomb or cube bombs will be beneficial. However, you can actually pull both out in combat, or just in general. I will be taking full advantage of that information because I absolutely love the bombs. However, be warned, the bombs do have a timer, so you gotta wait for the timer to go off before you can use it again. Additionally, bombs do hurt you. So make sure you are far away from your own bombs or else you are going to die. I'm just going to spoil it now. I will be dying a lot from my own bombs, and our inventory's full. Okay, this is something you're going to be seeing a lot, so, Yeah, if your inventory is full, you're not able to grab extra items. I'm gonna get rid of a goblin arm. It's practically worthless. Traveler's Claymore, basic two-handed sword, often wielded by aspiring adventurers. It's... Sorry about that. Cut! My phone reminded me to take my medication. Anywho, its immense weight can knock enemies' shields right out of their hands. Something that we saw before while using the axe. Yes. Wielding two-handed weapons have a chance of knocking enemies, both shields and weapons out of their hands. Additionally, explosions can do the same thing. Alright, I gotta show something off. Okay, so the first time I played this game, I couldn't figure out this puzzle at all, so I just put the bomb here. Wait, I died! I died! No! Yeah, so the first time I played through the game, I couldn't figure out that puzzle, so I ended up blowing myself up by accident. I didn't die because it wasn't standard mode, but, yeah, that's how I solved the puzzle the first time I ever played this game. It wasn't until later that I learned, oh, you're supposed to, you know, drop the cube bomb onto the platform, make it go around, and then blow it up. Yeah, I didn't do that. Also, if you're impatient like me, you can just switch between bombs and you know, blow one up while you're waiting for the timer on the other. So yeah, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let the bomb go around and then blow it up. But I didn't do that during my first playthrough, and as you clearly demonstrated, God, I cannot believe it only took episode 2 for me to die. I did not expect that to kill me. Like, genuinely, I did not expect that. Wait, no, not you. I need you. Put you in there. Okay, now I have to wait. Okay, now you go down there. And then you're gonna go over there. And then I blow you up! That allows us to get over there. However, if I can make it fast, no. Clink, you're tired already. God, I am so used to late game. I'm used to my stamina being more. Ah! I am surprised I did not take fall damage from that. Yes, fall damage is a thing, and yes, it is very stressful when you're a little baby bitch like me right now. I got no health, no stamina, and I'm playing master mode. I'm gonna die a lot. It's just knowing my dumbass, most of my deaths are gonna be self-inflicted. As demonstrated. One thing that I'm probably gonna be doing throughout this playthrough is I actually have a lot of saved clips from the first time I played Breath of the Wild, as well as Tears of the Kingdom. I always love sharing them with people because it just shows how much of an absolute idiot I am. Like, there are, especially Tears of the Kingdom, there are so many clips where I'm just like, hey, watch me do this cool thing, and then the cool thing is I blew myself up. It's gonna happen a lot during this game too, don't worry. I don't know, maybe I will share those clips. Wait, what am I doing with this? I gotta think about it. What am I doing with this? I unlocked everything. Why am I holding this? Get it out of here. I assumed I needed it for something, but I don't think I do. And yeah, as cool as it is to show off all of the mummified Sheikah, because they all do different poses, I'm not going to be showing all of these. The cutscene is basically the same. You saw it once, you've seen it all. I'm going to be skipping it. But man, one of the cool things that I love about it though is I really want to talk about how cool it is that each shrine is essentially a tomb that has a mummified Sheikah. Like, that's just such a cool idea. And hey, now that we have the bomb, we can blow things up in front of us! That includes rocks. Now, if I remember correctly, one of you is alive. And I don't have a shield. Well, that's a damn shame. I guess I'm gonna have to be careful. But you should have an item, Ancient Spring. I'll take it. Now I'm gonna get the hell out of here. You saw nothing. Anywho, looking at our map. Oh, I never realized that. The glowing piece actually shows if a guardian is active. You know what? I think we're just gonna make it in a big circle. I think it'll be best to head over to the blue marker next. So we just gotta survive the guardians. And don't worry, there's gonna be more danger up ahead. We are not in the clear just yet. This game, playing on Master Mode, is dangerous. But, as I'm going to clearly show right here, our... What the fuck was that? I'm sorry, what?! Okay, wow, what was I talking about? What was my train of thought? I was talking about escape being dangerous, and then the game is just like, hey, I'm dangerous. Your Master Mode is hard as hell. I think you can tell. Ancient gear! Gear used in ancient machinery. Despite being incredibly old, its build quality is leaps and bounds above anything built during current technology, or built using current technology. I think part of the reason why I like the Sheikah technology so much is it reminds me a lot of the High Entia from Xenoblade. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Wait! What is happening? Wait, hang on. Is that what I think it is? Oh, no, it is! Okay, so, I forgot about this. Yeah, so, fun fact. That enemy right there is a Lynel. Arguably one of the strongest enemies in the game. I believe that one in particular is either a silver or a black Lynel. I'm just gonna say it, we are not fighting that thing. The Lynels are a test of strength, and I don't even think the weapons we have on hand right now are even close to being strong enough to fight this thing. I completely forgot that there was a Lynel on the Great Plateau. Now, fun fact, this is exclusive to Master Mode. If you were playing on normal mode, this Lynel would not be here at all. I think that's what we heard before, but, oh, God. I gotta go around. I can't fight it. It's too strong. Please don't look at me. Oh, but you two, I think I could take. I got enough weapons. Yeah, I got a full inventory of weapons. I could take two bokoblins. But let's hope the Lynel doesn't see me. Okay, really gotta get used to utilize. Oh, you have a bow. That's not good. Really gotta get used to using my perfect dodges, so that way I can get the parries or the flurry rushes. Okay, I'm gonna take care of you. Ow! Okay, not good, not good. Actually, no, I am gonna fight you. How? Spear. I'm weird. I like to use my weapons in order from least to from like weakest to strongest. So that's something that you're probably gonna see me doing a lot. Oh, come on! I did say I was gonna be dying a lot. Now, thankfully, this game auto-saves like crazy, so, we'll definitely be able to take advantage of that. But, oh yeah. It also shows where you died on the map. Lucky me. Oh wait, I have a bow. I just not realize I have a bow, and I haven't utilized it. Alright, well, let's take advantage of this, shall we? So, using bows, we are able to shoot the enemy. And if you're able to shoot them in the head, you're able to get a headshot. That deals extra damage, and it stuns the enemy. So keep that in mind. No, I want to fight you! I want to fight you! Do I have my... I do. I'm gonna use you. Yes, you can actually swap weapons mid-flurry rush. Very helpful. Oh, how did you miss me? How did you miss me? Okay, alright. Now that I got a shield, alright, I can fight you. Now, thankfully, you only have a bow, meaning you're not gonna attack me short range, which is awesome. But I need to take you out fast, because otherwise you're just gonna heal. I missed! Excuse me, game! I missed! Oh, my Traveler Spear is also about to go out. Ah! Uh-oh, the Lynel is angry. Oh, it is aggroed. It can see me. Oh, no. No! No, 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 no. Oh, no, it sees me! Uh-oh. Oh, I think... Oh, no, that's bad. A Pokébow, a basic Pokébow bow made of wood. It's made by taking any tree branch and just tying a string on either end, so don't expect wizard combat effectiveness. Yeah, that's fair. I can switch bows. Okay, that's cool. Lynel, are you gonna do something? Because they can attack me from here. It's got a bow. Okay, I don't think it is. Now that I have a two-handed weapon, can I break you too? Yes, I can! Oh, it's a- What the fuck?! It has bomb arrows! And I have to fight the Alright, I'm not fighting them. I'm not fighting them. I'm getting away from the Lynel. No, 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 no. Oh, stop. Okay, okay, okay. That's good. That's good. No, how can you still see me from there? All right. Well, I'm gonna grab what I really want. I want you. If you break down the bee's nest, you get coarser bee honey. Honey straight from the hive is chock full of nutrients. Cooking it into a small meal unlocks the potential of these nutrients and provides a stamina recovery effect. That's cool. Also, the bees are gonna attack you. But you know, just hit them a couple times and then they go down. But eventually they dissipate. Okay, get away from me, please. I cannot. Okay, you know what? I can fight you from here. I think we're far enough away from the Lynel. Okay. The problem is, I need to chase after you. Okay. I think I can handle this from here. Oh, come on. Okay, stop it. Oh! Hell yeah. Grab these. Okay, I'm gonna try to take advantage of all these arrows that are being shot at me by grabbing them all. Because, infinite ammo! Ow! I have healing. Oh, good. That doesn't heal for much. Okay, there we go. Okay, stop healing, please! Ow! Stop! Ow! This is not going well. I will eat an egg. Okay. No, why are you locking onto you? Okay. God, you slide like a motherfucker. Why? Okay. Oh. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, you can essentially stunlock enemies if you just keep wailing on them over and over and over. It's a very helpful strategy. The problem is, I don't like where I'm at because, you know, Mr. Lynel can see me. Okay, good. Can it also hear me from here? I'm assuming it can. I'm gonna get the hell away from here. Alright, well, third time's the charm. Didn't die that time. Almost did. Got a bunch more arrows. How many arrows do I have? 10? That is not bad considering how early we are in the game. But what I want to do is I want to head on over to this log cabin. And there's going to be some helpful stuff for us over here. For one, new mushroom. Stamella shrooms, a green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest. It's chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release its stamina restoration properties. That is an item that I will be taking full advantage of moving forward.
There are many gaps in this mountain hut, and even the rope holding the logs together seems dubious. It is far too shabby for a hunter's cabin. I didn't enter. The hut seemed it may collapse at any moment, so I was unable to identify the owner. It should probably be dismantled before someone gets hurt.
So that was our first voice memory. Throughout our adventure, Zelda will be providing additional information pertaining to wherever we are at. This is the first of many, so get used to those. Now inside the cabin, there's a woodcutter's axe. There's also some new items. Spicy peppers. This pepper is exploding with spice. Cook with it to create a dish that will raise your body temperature and help you withstand the cold. There's another one there, but there's also a book. I wish to read it. The Old Man's Diary. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, and even when traveling in snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have the need of that itchy, warm doublet. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My age is catching up with me. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my own knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miracle will ever be fulfilled. So that gives us a bit of context into something that we can do. Apparently we can get something called a warm doublet upon making a spicy meat and seafood fry. Now this right here is a pot lid, works as a shield, but this is a cooking pot. This allows us to not only sit to pass by the time, but additionally, if we have ingredients, we can cook things. I'm actually going to cook this egg. That gives us an omelet. Cooking gives us better healing items. Oh, select the meal's ingredients by selecting from your inventory and selecting recipe. Wait. Recipes are in this game? Wait. Check material. How do I actually utilize that? Oh, okay. So that's probably explains why I never utilized this. So, in Breath of the Wild, upon cooking something, if you select it and select recipe, it'll tell you how to cook said item, like what ingredients you need. In Tears of the Kingdom, they streamline it so that it's like its own category, and I much prefer that. I'm gonna be honest, I never knew you could check the recipe by doing this. I have never utilized that in all of my time playing Breath of the Wild. I thought selecting recipes was exclusively a Tears of the Kingdom thing. Boy, am I an idiot. Now, one thing that I want to do. See these birds over here? We can actually shoot and kill them. Now this will give us meat. In this instance, a raw bird drumstick. This meat is tougher and chewier than a standard steak. It tastes better cooked. So yeah, you can actually kill creatures in order to get food. Something that I actually wanted to show off because it is something that we need to do in order to get this warm doublet from the old man. So you want to get in the habit of killing creatures in order to get meat. So I'm going to grab you real quick. And speaking of the old man, he's over here. Hello, old creature. Oh, fancy that. So we meet again. What you doing? I thought this tree here might make for some good firewood. However, getting a tree to fall exactly where you want to is quite an art. The trick is to turn your hips so that they face where you want the tree to land. So, I see you found my axe. Why not help me out and give it a few swings? I'm working up quite a sweat here, but these bones could use a break. So, this is a hint as to how we are able to get up to the next shrine. The next shrine's over there, but as you can tell, there's a giant gap. You can actually chop down a tree to create a bridge. As so. Additionally, We were able to get a Korok leaf. A single swing of this giant sturdy leaf can create gusts of wind strong enough to blow away light objects. These will sometimes fall off trees as they're chopped down. This works as a weapon. As demonstrated, if you swing, it'll blow things away. And also, you can't throw it. It just works as a swing. I'm gonna be honest. I absolutely hate these things. I always get so angry whenever I accidentally collect them, because in order to actually drop them from your inventory, you have to go to the menu and drop. Is it petty that I hate it as much as I do? Yes, but I hate it exactly for that reason. Now, before continuing on, we could go do the shrine. Actually, I'm gonna do the shrine now. I was about to show something off. I was about to be like, alright, I think we're gonna try to collect things to get that spicy seafood meat fry thing. But, no, I want to be able to have a fast travel point to get over here quicker. So I'm actually gonna do the shrine, because the shrine will be our fast travel point. Because if we don't, I have to go fight the Lynel. And I don't want to do that. Alright, now I want to see if I can get a headshot. Because if you shoot him in the head, there you go! Headshot! It stuns him. Really, ow. Really helpful thing. I don't have a weapon. I'm actually going to hang on to that axe. This is a very helpful weapon. Most of the time, I tend to miss the first dodge, but the second dodge usually works. Grab your weapon so you can't fight. I really wanted to grab those items. There we go! So that right there was a parry. You can parry anything, not just lasers. In Master Mode, I highly recommend, well, mastering both the perfect dodge as well as the parry. They are crucial techniques. And I'm not the best at them. Ha-ha! Boko Spear. Spear haphazardly carved from a large tree branch. Looks like its original intent was for skewering meat and cooking it, but it does have some combat merit as well. Unfortunately, we are not able to skewer meat for cooking, but we can skewer the meat of our enemies. I don't recommend cooking bokoblins, unless you're making an elixir. How is our shield already heavily damaged? Oh hey look, a use for my bombs! Also, another very helpful thing that bombs are good for is, well, blowing up enemies. Something I haven't really been doing. Fire arrows. A bundle of 5 fire arrows. Fire arrows break apart on impact, igniting objects in the immediate area. Incredibly effective against cold things. We can change our arrows by drawing our bow and then holding right on or left on the D-pad. Now, unfortunately for us, our shrine is all the way up there. Now, thankfully, we are able to climb. And thankfully for us, the game designers knew what they were doing because they created these little platforms that will allow us to rest. Because once our stamina runs out, whatever we're hanging on to, we will fall from, and depending on how high it is, we'll surely die. Now, one of the nice things is if you hold X, or if you press X, you can jump. That allows you to leap either upwards or, actually, I don't even think you can leap downwards. I think if you press down and X, oh, you jump off. I almost just killed myself on complete accident. Why am I so good at doing that? I probably should have cooked some more food, but I didn't. Because what I honestly really want to do is I want to get up to that shrine. Because I need a fast... Wait, I just don't realize. If I have a fast travel point, it's all the way up there. I'm gonna have to climb down this mountain every time I want to go over here. This is not effective. It is not effective, but it is my only method. Because I am a small boy, and that is all I can do as a small boy named Link. The mushroom, a mushroom that can grow almost anywhere but prefers ceilings and sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your movement speed. So yeah, one thing that you're probably seeing with all of these ingredients is, depending on the ingredients, you might get buffs and debuffs, or not debuffs, just buffs based on the as I said before, the ingredients. And it's definitely something that I am going to be showing off once I really dedicate some time to cooking. Probably not in this episode, probably in the next episode, because, well, There's a lot. There's a lot to this game. I apologize if my commentary just seems like I'm just info dumping all the time. That's because there's a lot to this game, man. This game throws so much at you all the time to the point that it's honestly super easy to not, you know, to completely miss some information. Like, case in point, I completely missed the fact that you can check the recipe in Breath of the Wild. I went through an entire playthrough of this game and did not know that. So, case in point. But we're actually almost to the top, and surprisingly, I didn't need to get anything that restores my stamina. I guess I can actually talk about that. So, the stamina shrooms are really, really helpful because if you cook them, they can restore your stamina. I will be abusing the hell out of that because, I like burning a lot of stamina in this game. I'm starting to feel like I am part Vegeta. But, yeah. I like to do that a lot. Now, this right here has a chest. There's a rock there. I wonder if I put a bomb in there. Well, that won't work. But I wonder if this shrine will give us something that will let us get rid of that rock. Foreshadowing is a literary tool. The Stasis Shrine. One of my favorite abilities in this game. I mean, nothing can beat the bombs, though. The bombs are the best. Stasis! Stop the flow of time for an object. Stops an object in time while storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes, making good use of the stored energy and can move even the largest of objects. So a multi-use function. So immediately upon using it, if we use it on this gear here... Oh. I got this mixed up with an item from Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, upon using it on that gear, it freezes the gear, allowing us to cross. And we can break that early. Unfortunately, it does have a cooldown. And remember how I said I have fun... I have fun fun clips that I want to share from previous playthroughs. I actually have a clip here that I want to show. Oh wow, I didn't even realize this is also me playing Master Mode. Also, well, spoilers. I just not realized the outfit I'm wearing is a spoiler, but, yeah, so I completely forgot that there's a cooldown and, yeah. Yeah. I told you, I'm going to be sharing a lot of these clips throughout our playthrough because these are hilarious. So yeah, I'm not going to be making that mistake again. Hopefully. Now, one thing that is cool about this is that, as the game suggested, if we hit something that is frozen in time, we can transfer our kinetic energy to it, and depending on where we hit it, that's the direction it moves, and what? I said I wasn't gonna die. How did that happen? What happened? What? Huh? I genuinely don't know what happened there. I went to launch the boulder and I ended up hitting myself somehow. Okay. Yeah, that works, I guess. Oh boy. Okay, making it back up here, I am not gonna make the same mistake that I made before. I'm gonna use that to stop you, and then you go that way. Because up here, there is a treasure chest, and please don't drop a rock! Ow! I knew that was gonna happen, and I still let it happen! Okay, I am watching up there. I am watching up there. The second there's a rock. Yeah, you stay there! Okay, grab you. Traveler Shield, a sturdy shield loved by many an adventurer. It is made of animal hide and sturdy wood, and is best suited to defending against weak monsters or animals. And I am not going to make the same mistake and die! It only took 3 attempts. An iron sledgehammer. This large iron sledgehammer was originally used for mining, but it works reasonably well as a weapon too. This is just a personal recommendation, but I actually recommend always having a sledgehammer in your inventory at all times. They are perfect. And unfortunately, we have a stone rock in the way. If we try to use magnesis to move it, it won't work because it's made of stone. So the only way to get rid of it is to break it down. And now to release and see where it goes. Part of me secretly hoped that it was actually going to crash into me and I was going to die. Why? Content. Though now that I say it out loud, probably wouldn't have been funny. I already died twice. You can't keep doing the same joke over and over and over. Says the girl who's going to be blowing herself up consistently. Though now that I think about it, I'm not going to be blowing myself up because I want to. It's because I'm an idiot. So I guess it's not really a joke. It's just me being stupid. But now that we've got our stasis tool, we can now use it on this rock to get it out of here! As so. And for that, we get a traveler's bow. A small bow used by travelers for protection. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can be used as an attack to attack foes from a distance. And with that, we now have a fast travel point. And I actually want to talk about this. So, that dish that the old man was talking about, there are a number of ways to approach it. I'm just gonna say right now, the ingredients needed to make that dish, because the warm doublet is something that we are actively going to be going for. As you saw in my clip that I shared, I actually got the warm doublet before doing this shrine. It's a very good item. It is something we are going to need and something I highly recommend getting for the next shrine. So we're going to be making that dish in order to get it. The ingredients that you need in order to make that spicy meat and fish, that whatever it was called, the stir fry, you need a piece of meat. That can either be a piece of bird meat or a piece of raw meat. I haven't really shown how to get raw meat, but if it requires killing certain animals, if you want to know where those animals are, in the Forest of Spirits over here, there are boars. If you kill a boar, you can get a piece of meat. Bird meat also works, so killing the birds like I showed off before works. You need a spicy pepper, which, as shown, you get spicy peppers over at the cabin. However, where is it? Somewhere in this area, I believe. You can also get some spicy peppers, but the easiest place to get it is at the old man's hut. And the final thing that you need, and something that we have actually had access to get, but I just didn't get, is fish. The easiest way to find fish is to go over to the first shrine, as this body of water over here will have some fish. Any fish will do. All you just need is fish, meat, and the spicy pepper. Upon getting all three, cooking it in a pot will give you that dish. Now, oh, hang on. I was gonna grab that firefly, but I was not fast enough. Fun fact, this little purple meter here shows the noise you're making. This tells you how easy it is for noise-sensitive enemies and other creatures to hear you. So if you want to be sneaky, you can crouch, you can move slowly, or other things that will appear later on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will see you guys over at the old man's hut. And why didn't I angle that properly? Now, earlier, you may have noticed this Amiibo icon. The Amiibo is a rune that is not unlocked through the game, but unlocked through your settings. In the options, you have the ability to either use Amiibo or to not use Amiibo. Amiibo are completely optional, though I will be honest, you are missing out from a lot of content if you don't use them. Now, I should preface, as far as I'm aware, every single Amiibo is compatible with this game. However, certain ones in particular give you additional materials. I believe every Amiibo, if it's not support, or if it's not like a compatible one, I don't know if that's the proper term, but if it's not a compatible one, it will just give you a random assortment of items. But there are certain Amiibo that are compatible and give you exclusive items. For the sake of this Let's Play, or for the sake of my time and, you know, my patience, I will not be using every single one of my Amiibo because I am an Amiibo collector and I own most of them. But for this Let's Play, I will be exclusively using all of the Amiibo that give you special attire or armor in this game. Which is most of the Zelda ones. Not all of them. To give you an idea, which Zelda Amiibos do not give you anything in Breath of the Wild. The Skyward Sword Zelda Amiibo doesn't. Young Link from Super Smash Bros. Doesn't. Link from Link's Awakening doesn't. And a couple others. But the Amiibo that I will be scanning do give you certain things. And I know some of you are going to be considering this as cheating, but I felt like this was a good time to show this off. It also saves me the time of grinding. So, I am going to scan my first Amiibo, and that is Smash Brothers Link. Which is technically Twilight Princess Link, but Twilight Princess Link is a different Amiibo. But yeah, upon scanning it, we get a bunch of items as well as a chest. We get a bunch of new stuff, so let's go over those. Firstly, the Chickaloo Tree Nut. For small birds, love this nut. You can eat it raw for a minor effect, but it can also be added as a spice to other recipes. Another new item, a hydromelon. This resilient fruit can flourish even in the heart of the heat of the desert. The hydrating liquid inside provides a cooling effect that, when cooked, increases your heat resistance. I know some people are probably going to be upset because I'm spoiling a lot right off the bat, but Amiibo are very helpful. I use them religiously, and you will see why. Because, well, you get a bunch of really good items. Palm fruit. Fruit from palm trees that grow near the ocean. It doesn't offer any special effects, but will increase your heart recovery when used as an ingredient. Amiibos just save a ton of time grinding. Rather than having to spend a bunch of time collecting specific resources, it's good to just scan Amiibo, get a bunch of items, utilize what you have, and then collect as you go along. That's a strategy that I've done for both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and it has been helpful. Additionally, one thing I want to mention about Amiibo, you can scan them once per day, and that's every Amiibo. So if you're like, was that another shooting star? Well, I can't collect it, so let's open this chest. The Traveler's Shield. A sturdy shield loved by oh wait, that's the same thing. But we get durability up. So we just get the same shield as we had before, but durability up. So yeah, you can scan Amiibo once per day. That applies to every Amiibo. But again, I will not be using all of my Amiibo. I will just be using the ones that are Zelda ones compatible with this game. So that was Smash Brothers Link. So let's do another Smash Brothers Amiibo. Let's do Zelda. Additionally, for those of you who are curious, I will be showing off all of the items that you can get from the various Amiibo as we scan them. However, you know, I will be trying to go for certain things, so I won't be explaining what all of the items are until we get them. The Hyrule herb. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. Cook it before eating to increase the number of hearts it restores. The mighty thistle. This medicinal plant is known for its sharp thorns and for the fruit it bears. The fruit contains a compound that increases attack power when cooked into a dish. Warm Saflina. This medicinal plant grows in hot regions such as the Gerudo Desert. It is warm to the touch and increases your cold resistance when cooked into a dish. All very helpful items. And additionally, this gives us a topaz! This precious yellow gem contains the power of electricity. It's been known to fetch a high price since ancient times. Yeah, I'm honestly searching for really specific items, but we can scan these once per day. I'm not upset if I actually don't get anything. And yes, the shooting star actually did drop something! So if you see that beam right there, that means a shooting star landed on the ground and there's something to collect. But we can't leave the plateau, so I'm not going to collect it. Now, next on my list, Sheik. It's honestly kind of criminal that they never released more than one Sheik amiibo. The Sun Shroom, a bright red mushroom that grows in hot climates. Imbued with the power of heat that can be used to cook dishes that will allow you to endure the bitter cold. Let's see, anything else that's new? Yes, a Silent Shroom. A strange mushroom that glows softly in the forest at night. Cooking it into a dish unlocks the nutrients in its cap, resulting in a meal that will allow you to move stealthily. Something that we have shown off before. And we get shock arrows, a bundle of 5 shock arrows. Shock arrows break apart upon impact, channeling electricity into nearby objects. Very effective against metals and moisture. Fun fact, electricity travels based on things that conduct it in this game, so keep that in mind. Next up, continuing with the Smash Brothers amiibo, Toon Link. And this is the big reason why I wanted to scan amiibo, because Toon Link gives you fish. Armored Porgy. This Porgy's body is covered in armored ward scales. The compounds in its scales, when cooked into a dish, fortify your bones and temporarily boost your defense. The Stealthfin Trout. Consuming this bioluminescent compound that makes its fish glow in the dark will increase concentration. Dishes cooked with it suppresses noise when consumed. The Hyrule Bass, an ordinary fish that can be found all over Hyrule. It can be eaten raw, but cooking it amplifies its healing benefits. The Armored Carp. Calcium deposits in its scales of this ancient fish make them as hard as armor. Cooking it into a dish will fortify your bones, temporarily increasing your defense. The Sizzlefin Trout. This red trout prefers warmer bodies of water. It has a special organ specifically for storing heat. When cooked into a dish, it temporarily boosts your resistance to the cold. And lastly, the Mighty Porgy. This ocean-dwelling fish comes with one rude attitude. The compounds in its flesh elevate your competitive spirit when cooked into a dish, thus increasing your attack power. Now, I'm really hoping we can get something good first try. I will take it. Bomb arrows! A bundle of 5 bomb arrows. The explosive powder packed into the tips of these arrows ignite on impact, dealing big damage to anything caught in the blast. Good items. And again, continuing with Smash Brothers, Ganondorf. Ooh, that's right. Ganondorf drops barrels. I believe they can either have arrows or apples. And what do you drop? Traveler's Claymore with critical hit. Basic two-handed sword often wielded by aspiring adventurers. The immense weight can knock enemy shields right out of their hands. I just not realized that is it for all of the Smash Brothers amiibos that at least give you special things. Like I said, not Twilight Princess. Young Link doesn't give you anything, unfortunately. So, moving along, I actually want to scan 8-Bit Link. One of my personal favorite amiibos, and I love you! So I have a fun bit of history. So these are bomb barrels. Throwing them causes them to roll away. No, I mean throwing them, but also hitting them causes them to explode. I have such an affinity for bomb barrels, obviously, because they explode. I'm gonna be using them all the time because I absolutely love them. Bomb barrels are the best. I say that as I am about to die because I blew myself up. intelligent. I should probably eat something. I don't need food. I'll figure it out. I think at this point you can tell I am going in order by series, but also by chronological order. Next up, Ocarina of Time Link. And this is another amiibo I would love to show off because this gives us raw meat. Meat obtained from animals in plains and forests. You can eat it raw, but cooking it will make it more delicious and nutritious. This is one of the items needed for the dish that we are going to cook for the old man. Yo! Hell yeah! So one of the reasons why I recommend scanning amiibo once per day is the Zelda amiibos can give you tunics that are based on the link that you scan. So clearly, Ocarina of Time Link gives us the Tunic of Time. Legend has it that this armor was once worn by a hero who traveled through time. Strangely, its special design is fitted for children and adults alike. I will be taking advantage of Amiibo and getting all of these outfits. Because it's just so cool, man. Being able to choose what Link you want to be is so badass. Continuing the trend in chronological order, Majora's Mask Link. Zap Shroom! The mushroom grows in wild in the Gerudo region. The cap is naturally insulated, so when used in cooking, it will offer protection against electricity. And more bomb arrows. I'll take it. Next up, Wind Waker Link. Giving us more fish, including the chillfin trout. This blue trout prefers cold bodies of water. Its skin contains enzymes that keep its body cool, and when cooked into a dish, it will temporarily boost your heat defense. The Voltfin trout. This trout makes its home in the freshwater lakes. Its scales have an insulating compound that, when cooked into a dish, offers resistance to electricity. And the mighty carp. This freshwater fish lives alongside the less mighty carp. The mighty carp ilk. A compound in its liver promotes muscle growth. The dishes cooked with it will temporarily increase your attack power. I love how I'm doing this as I'm about to die. And we get Trousers of the Wind! Legend says these trousers were cherished by a hero who sailed the Great Sea. They're water resistant naturally. You can't even tell. I just look like Ocarina of Time Link. Hot take? And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people when I say this. Ocarina of Time is fine. Next up, I'm scanning Toon Zelda. Listen, okay, I recently 100%... Okay, I shouldn't say recently. I 100% Ocarina of Time, like, years ago. And I enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun with it. But, like, I don't know, man. It was revolutionary for the time, but going back to it nowadays, just, I don't know. But I'm also the type of person who doesn't like the standard Zelda formula. So like more traditional, like 3D Zelda games don't appeal to me as much as like Zelda 1 or Breath of the Wild. Like, for those of you who were wondering, you know, why is Blues going straight from Let's Playing Zelda 1 straight to Breath of the Wild? Simple! These are my two favorite Zelda games! The rest of them, I enjoy, but I don't care for them as much as I like these ones. It's simple. I like the games that are more where exploration is more of a core function. I don't care for the more linear Zelda games. Next up, Twilight Princess Link. And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people just from saying that. You know, you're entitled to your own feelings. I know I am very much in the minority when it comes to my feelings on Zelda, but, you know... They're my feelings. Get rid of you. You're about to break anyways. Traveler Shield, thank you. And for that we get, more. Fleet Lotus Seeds. The plant that bears these seeds grows near deep water. The roots draw nutrients from the water, which boosts your movement speed when the seeds are cooked into a dish. All very helpful items, but we are still not done with Amiibo. Next up, Skyward Sword Link. Oh! You dropped some big stuff. Restless Cricket, a very energetic cricket. Cook it with the monster parts to create a stamina recovery elixir. That is not something that we got from the box. That is something you can get by cutting down grass. Like so. He just got mixed up in everything. Cap of the Sky! According to legend, this cap was once worn by a hero who appeared from the sky with a mighty bird. Perfect for those who long to take to the skies. I love that we are just a hodgepodge of links. We have the Skyward Sword hat, the Ocarina of Time tunic, and the Wind Waker shoes. This is hilarious. I love it. Now, one thing that I want to mention, while we do have some amiibo that we can scan right now, I will not be doing so. I have set a rule for myself that if I have an amiibo for a character we have not met in-game yet, I will not scan them. Next up, we have our first Breath of the Wild amiibo with Archer Link. Staminoka Bass. This Hyrule bass got to be the biggest fish by never getting caught, until now. Its long life results in a cooked dish that will restore a lot of stamina. Next up, Rider Link. Chill Shroom. Often found at the base of pine trees in cold climates, these mushrooms are cool to the touch and can be used to cook dishes that allow you to stay cool even in arid regions. Funny enough, I said that I wasn't going to be scanning amiibos for characters that we haven't interacted with. This is the only exception. Next up, we will be scanning a red bokoblin, an enemy that we will never be seeing during our playthrough in Master Mode. Bokobat, a chunky club made by a bokoblin. If you swing it at an enemy's shield, it may be able to knock the shield out of your foe's hand. And last but certainly not least, a guardian. One thing that I want to show off, the iron sledgehammer can break metal boxes. It is a big reason why I recommend always having a sledgehammer in your inventory, because you never know when you're going to need to break an iron box. And ooh, what is this? A hardy truffle. This rare mushroom has a rich scent. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your maximum hearts. Oh, that is such a good item. I highly recommend grabbing as many of these as you can. They are worth it. We got a ton of stuff from our amiibo. This is the biggest reason why I recommend scanning them once per day, because you just get so many good items. But I think we're definitely going to be taking advantage of all of these items in the next episode when we start cooking and hopefully getting the item that we need to give to the old man to get the warm doublet. So, thank you all so much for watching. And next time on The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, we use all of the items that we got from our amiibos to cook some new dishes that will definitely heal us. And we will be taking advantage of that because the Master Mode is tough. And until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.